Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I'm gonna be a part of it. New York, New York. Well, have a stupid idea, get a stupid song. And a warm welcome to one and all. And for those of you not seen me before, I am the dreadful vocal talent that is the Scruffy Trader. And today, well, I don't know whether I should be singing or crying. And I'll tell you for why. Now, this morning I did a live stream for the Scruffs. And in it I was trying to explain a little bit about psychology. And yesterday I did a video about small accounts and whether or not you can earn a vast amount of money as advertised. And I kind of dispelled a few myths. But within it, there is part of the trading process and the compounding process. And if you've followed me for a while, you'll know I've done what I'm about to do before. Now last year, I traded a small account up because I wanted a new telly. You know, a nice big 55-inch TV or whatever it was, HD, singing and dancing, off a couple £100. Then I wanted a private plate for my car. So I traded up a couple £100 to get a private plate. So I'm going to do it again. So if you want to see this journey, because I'll do regular updates with it, and certainly for the squad I'll be doing it pretty much weekly or a few times a week. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade a pot up to go to New York.
No way!
Why? Because last year you might have seen on one of the videos that I also traded up another one of my pots, and I bought Joanne a Jaguar. It was a car she wanted, so I traded it up and I bought it for her. Don't get me wrong, it's not brand new or anything like that. It's a used car, but it's a lovely car. But it's hers. It's paid for.
No, just stand there. There you go, me dear. You like it?
I do. Let's get you a Christmas present now then.
Get me a Christmas present. All for you, sweetheart. All for you. Merry Christmas, my dear.
Now I asked her what she wanted for Christmas today. Because I like to plan things out. And I've mentioned it a couple of times before because we're missing holidays this year. That we need a break, basically. And she wants to go to New York for Christmas. Now, this is all assuming we are allowed to fly at that point. This Christmas holiday might be February or March next year, depending on sort of the travel authorities and the way the world is now. However, I'm going to give myself a time scale of December. So that'll be August, September, October, November, sometime in December on the 5th month. And I need £2,000. So that's what I'm going to do. So if you want to see this journey, please subscribe, like, share, all of that good stuff. If you want to see exactly how I'm going to do it, check the Scruffy squad out. Because I genuinely help those guys. Now, talking to the Scruffy squad, I'm also going to pop a couple of little mentions on this bit. And I'll show you for why. Because I have a bit of a reputation in the squad for singing some of the worst songs in the world. And apparently my music taste is, let's just say, different. As we can see here, who can't like walking on air? You know, believe it or not, find it. I bet you start singing it. And this one here, Mouth and McNeil. Who on earth can't sing along to this one? It is brilliant, apparently. Anyway, So I put in new month, new music, maybe a new task. Well, that task is going to be this New York challenge. And I'll show you the screens that I'm going to use and the sheet that it's going to be built up on. However, what I was going to do is I'm going to give a little salute to Dooku, our resident metalhead, who apparently I need to love to learn metal. Well, that fella had long hair and he was playing a stringed instrument. Is that not like close? No? But then he put down a little challenge saying that maybe it should be in HD quality to filter out. Well, he got that one wrong because Lindsay DePaul was in HD. And if I have to, I'd remaster it, put it in HD and still put it up. So either way, you get me singing it or them singing it. It's your choice, Dooku. Take your pick.
Out of the frying pan.
And into the fire.
Right. Let me show you what I'm going to be up to. The thing with the Discord group is it's for the guys. There's no selling in there at all. There's no signal services in there at all. It is shared learning and a community of like-minded people to help each other. That is what it's for. That's its core basis. And the idea is that we all get lifted up together. And I'd like to think it's a good community. And talking of good communities, I had a visitor on Saturday at the store. Alan and his young daughter Esme came. And Esme had her little Yoda. And I thought that was fantastic. So I'm going to give her a special salute and show her mine, because I've got one as well. So you keep trucking, little one. I think you're the youngest viewer I have. So I know I get X-rated from time to time, but your dad, when you're 18, might tell you what I'm talking about. Anyway, keep trucking. This is the window of the world that I'm going to be using for the challenge. Why is it this basket of stocks? Now this will change over the months as the pot gets bigger, because I'm going to start with £400, just 400 quid. Why 400? I cleaned down one of my accounts for my wages and there was just shy of £400 left in it, so I'm going to round it up to 400 and I'm going to use that account as a starting pot, and that way it gives it something to work to, because I've got a small period of time to get it up to £2,000. I want to give it a fighting chance. Okay, so these are the products that I'll be able to trade with it. So each one of these can be opened with less than £400, and I'll have a little bit of margin left. That means that I can weather a bit of storm with it. Okay, and what I'm ideally looking to do is trade this up so that I can get the DAX into this, but that's a little way off. And what'll probably happen is I'll drop USJPY, put the DAX in, but it'll be predominantly this 8. Okay, and then the sheet that you're looking at is going to be this one. As you can see, I'm just going to start it with 400, move it over to here. Now, to get that up to 2,000 in the next 5 months, I need to be doing 1846 a day. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to change this to there. So the target is quite tough. It's 5% growth a day. And in the initial stages of this challenge, I think that's going to be tough. In fact, if I don't achieve it in the first month, sort of all of August, I won't be too upset, because I think it'll put a little bit too much stress on the account. But also it might force me to take a trade that I shouldn't. And that's kind of one of the bases of these videos. If you take anything from this video, it's don't overstress your account. All right. If you are not sure of a trade, just don't take it. Okay. And the way it's going to work is I'm going to use a combination of swing trade and day trade. It'll probably be predominantly day trading, following on what I do with my normal day job with this and the 5%ers. And the idea is to follow, if you bear with me and I'll show you, the flight path of this. Now this is the 5%ers fund, and I want to kind of mirror that growth rate. Now this one is being done on micro accounts, which is 0.6 of a lot. You know, it's a micro lot, about 60p a position. And over the course of sort of 21 days, I was able to turn in, well, I actually set out to do $800, and as you can see, I crashed that on the profit payout. I kept my win rate correct. My profit factor is correct. I ended the month with 5.8, and anything over 1 is classed as good. So I'm quite pleased with the way this went. And what I'm going to try and do with this account, with this challenge, is mirror what I'm doing here. Okay, so it's small position sizes, and hopefully we're going to make some money from it. So there we go. It's just a kind of an update video to let you know what I'm going to be doing over the course of the next 4 months. The trade you see will probably be based on what I'm doing here, unless I want to show you something and I might pull up another chart, depending on what's going on. But I think sometimes you can get dazzled by the big figures. It's great if you've got a lot of money in the bank, because it's relevant to you. Because trading is all about net worth. If you're a high net worth individual, and you see somebody making 700 or 800 quid a day, that's normal to you. But if you're just a normal Joe Bloggs on a salary of 20 to 25,000 a year, that is astronomical money. And in some ways it's unachievable. So I thought the best thing to do for this coming part of the year running up into Christmas is show you how to build a relatively small fund, turn it into something meaningful, in this case a trip to New York, but also keep it grounded by because I think £400 as a starting balance is not out the reams of possibility. And if I can turn that before Christmas into 2,000, I think that is exceptional. Let's put it this way. Tell me a bank that can give you that. Or even tell me an investment house that can give you that. Because by the time you paid your fees, you're taking this out and other bits and pieces out, and assuming that they know what they're doing in the first place, would they give you £2,000 back? Probably not. In fact, if anybody ever approached you and said, give me £500 and in 2 months I'm going to give you 2,000 back, take it with a pinch of salt. Because I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying this is what I'm going to do. Alright? You should always trade your own way in your own time. And don't let anybody do it for you. Because how do you know they're as good as what they say they are? But you know how good you are. That's the difference. Anyway, thoughts for another day. So I'm going to enjoy my coffee, because we all know Scruffy likes a coffee. And he loves Winky, and that's why, hell or high water, even if I've got to pay for it myself, if I make a complete arse of this, she will be going to New York. So, but the trick here is to let the markets pay for it, and not let me pay for it. So, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.